got a story about Rakim, man. I got a bunch of stories about Rakim, my own personal interactions with him and all of that type of stuff. But the first time I ever met Rakim, I didn't have a record out yet, and he was playing Madison Square Garden, and we were, all of us from the block. We was on 21st and Irvington. My man Pee Wee, that was his hood, and I used to hang around there with my man Jay and P and Samad and Janito. And anyway, we always used to get tickets when it was a party or a big show, Run DMC or whatever at the Garden. We Jersey dudes, so that was our thing. We jump in the Benzes and all that, and the 98s and the Park Aves, the 4-doors with the Trues and Vols on it, System in the back. We always used to buy tickets of whatever hip hop was at the Garden, and Rakim was at the Garden. So we went to the Garden. We waiting for everybody to come out. We late. So we go in, and who do we see come through the crowd? Not through no back door, not a whole bunch of security with him. The God MC, Rakim. He had the ill Dapper Dan suit on, about 40 gold chains busting out his jacket. And I just thought it was so ill because here he is walking through the crowd to get to the stage while we just paid to see him, and he doesn't have any security or none of that with him. As being in the game now I realize he probably just popped out and said something to somebody, but to me it was just so ill. Like, wow, Rakim, he in the crowd, like he in the, you know what I mean? The same thing he talking about moving, he in the crowd. And I was just like, yo, what up? He gave everybody the peace. That was my first time, my interaction with Rakim. He didn't know who I was, you know what I mean? But I just thought that was ill. Like, it just made it authentic to me of who he was, And then, I guess, later in life, man, I never really stood with him and had a big conversation until probably within the last 5 to 10 years, just doing some shows with him and seeing him in New York and things of that nature. And just speaking with him and having him acknowledge, like, yeah, I know who Lords of the Underground is, or what have you. I know who DOITAll is from Lords of the Underground. It was just like, wow, this is one of my MCs who I idolized and I thought was the illest, just lyrically, man. And I think that if people even study Rakim, man, study how he put words together, study how he was a lyricist, man, and that it was his thing. Like, you could tell the way he put words together. I think the MCs out there would be they would take the art a little differently.
Era. What was most important to you as an artist or a group, being an artist from that time? What was most important to you as an artist or a group?
What was most important to me in my era, which is the golden era, the hip-hop Lords of the Underground from 91 to about 95, 96. What was most important to me?
As your group at that time, was it originality? Was it being different?
I think what was most important to us was being appreciated for our style of art that we did in hip-hop. Whatever that meant, like, we wanted to be appreciated for. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't, about anything but appreciation, because we felt like we were giving our heart, our blood, our sweat, our tears, and everything to hip hop. And we just, so when people started coming out and calling hip hop a female, we understood. We liked those type songs because it felt like hip hop was our wife, or hip hop was our girl or lady, or like that's how much we put into it. You know what I mean? It's like a family member. When Funk and Chief Rocker said, I walk with the funk, talk with the funk, sleep with the funk, eat with the funk. Just take funk out and put hip hop. That's what we meant. We gave everything to it. And at that time, man, we felt like it wasn't giving us back what we was putting in.
In what way?
I mean, in a way of appreciation way. Like a Lords of the Underground, man, I think we were so slept on that that's all we wanted. We just wanted to be respected for what we were doing. Because if the charts are saying one thing and then the people are, or I mean, if the people are saying one thing but the charts are saying something else, or we just missed this or just missed that, it's like, how, when you got millions of people doing this, you know, or saying this? I think if social media was out back then, it would have been a different story for a lot of people, man. So I think that's all we really wanted to do, man. We wanted to be appreciated for our art and our style of hip hop.
You know,
Who set the jewelry standard in my era?
either before your era or during your era or after your era. So maybe you could get me like,
I mean, it's hands down who set the standard for jewelry and hip hop, man. It's Slick Rick and Rakim. Slick Rick, man. Slick Rick is, when you talk about Slick Rick, what are you talking about? You talking about big ass chains. Don't sleep on Rakim too. Rakim and Eric B had them covers looking real nice with them Benzes there too. You know, and then you got Rakim, you got Big Daddy Kane with the Nefertiti pieces, man. You know, you got Big Daddy Kane, you got Rakim, but hands down, Slick Rick. Anytime somebody make a hip hop jewelry analogy, you gotta talk about Slick Rick, man. Slick Rick, big ass chains, man. Big ass rings, big ass bracelets. And then you talk about Ghost with that big old bracelet with that eagle, man. There's a lot of people who was doing it, but if I had to say number one, Slick Rick.
okay, so Slick Rick was number one in that era.
Yeah.
What about
For a long time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. So I guess in this 2014, who you think hold the crown in your opinion? That got some real serious pieces out there.
well, it's a lot of, the money is different now. It's a lot of millionaires in hip hop now. Wasn't a lot of millionaires in hip hop back then. You know, when I say the higher the totem pole, the higher, the better the pieces. You know, it wasn't a lot of millionaires, so you wasn't spending no $250,000 on no whatever, nothing jewelry. You know, so now you got Baby playing crazy with jewelry. You got Nasir Jones playing crazy with Busta Rhymes, Swiss Beats, Jay. You know, you got a lot of people with some pieces. Jim Jones, Cam. I mean, you can go on for days. And then you got a lot of the Fugazi stuff too. Fifth got crazy pieces, 50 Cent. You know, and then you got the Mosenites pieces out there.